Hey Maxwell family, it's Mr. Cornett here, and I've got a little lesson for us today. First of all, I miss you guys, and I know this is obviously a little different, but we're going to do our best to make it work, and I'll be here if you ever need anything, so you can just reach out to me through Seesaw or through my email, or you can let your parents know and they'll find a way. Alright, so like I was saying, this is called beanbag toss, and it's kind of similar to what we've done in class before, but not everybody has a beanbag. Now, I found one. I have a cornhole set, so if your parents have a cornhole set, or if you have one, you might have a beanbag with it. And if you have a beanbag, you can use that. If you don't have a beanbag, you can actually use a sock. So you're going to want a little bit bigger of a sock. You want kind of a longer one. And what I did is I just kind of balled it up. I'll show you. I'll take this apart and show you guys. So here's the long sock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of ball up this end. This is the side that your foot goes in. And ball up this end, kind of fold it, kind of roll it. I kind of want it to make it a beanbag size shape, kind of a rectangle like that. And then you'll tuck it in to where your foot goes in. And voila, you've got a homemade beanbag sock. So that's what I'm going to be using for this activity. So we're going to work on some hand-eye coordination. We're going to work on some tossing and catching. And I'm outside because it's a beautiful day. And if you have a place to go outside, it actually might work out better because there's no ceiling outside. So you can throw it really high. If you're inside, then you just make do, I guess. The roof might get in your way, but that's okay. Might make it even more challenging, so a little harder to catch. Alright, so I'm going to go in the yard. Hopefully you can hear me, and I will actually, let's think about it. You can kind of follow along with me and do it with me. If you want to hear what I'm doing and then pause the video and practice for a little bit, you can do it that way. Whatever works best for you. So I'm going to kind of go through each one, and hopefully you're following along. All right, turn the video around. All right, so the first thing we're going to work on is tossing with our favorite hand and catching it with two hands. So you're going to, just like we did in the gym before, you throw it as high as you want to throw it, but still catch it. So if you're not catching it, you probably need to throw a little less high. So toss up with one hand, catch with two hands. So I'm trying to throw it right above me, because if I throw it and I have to move more, it's going to make it a little more challenging. Now if this is easy for you, then try to throw it a little higher. If you drop it, that's alright, just keep practicing. Alright, once you've practiced that for a little bit, now we're going to make it a little more challenging. So this is my favorite hand, my right hand. Now I'm going to try and toss it with my left hand, but still catch it with two hands. So I'm going to start a little lower this time because I'm not so good with my left hand. So I'm going to toss with my left hand, catch with two hands. Toss with my left hand, catch with two hands. Once I start getting a little more comfortable, start throwing a little higher. If you throw it too high, you might have to move around. You don't want to do that too much. So toss with my left hand, catch with two hands. All right, next one we're going to do, now we're going to work on starting to try to catch it with only one hand. Now, some of my younger kiddos, excuse me, you're probably not going to throw too high. If you have a heavy beanbag, it's going to be really hard to catch with one hand. So, we're going to start with our right hand, catch it with our right hand. Toss, catch with your right hand. Even if you're left-handed right now, I want you to practice tossing, catching with our right hand, because in a minute, you probably are going to guess what we're going to do next. So, toss and catching with our right hand. If you don't know your right from your left, you can make an L shape like this, and the one that makes a backwards L is your right hand. The one that makes the right L is your left hand. Alright, we're going to switch to our left hand now. Toss, catch with only one hand. If you need to use your body to help you catch it, there's nothing wrong with that. Toss and catch with our left hand. Alright, excellent. Now, we're kind of getting used to tossing and catching with both hands. Now we're going to see if we can kind of go back and forth, almost in the shape of like a rainbow. So we're going to toss with your right hand, catch with your left hand. Toss with your left hand, catch with your right hand. So we're back and forth. Now if you're catching the beanbag below your, kind of like below your arms, you're going to want to have your palms facing up. It's going to be a lot easier to catch it. If you're catching it above your head, you want your palm facing towards the sky. Okay? Back and forth. All right, awesome. Now, with the next one, you can decide how you want to challenge yourself. So if you just want to keep tossing with your right hand, you can. If you want to try using your non-dominant hand, you can. If you want to catch with two hands or one hand, that's totally up to you. So however you want to challenge yourself. But we're going to toss it. We're going to see how many claps you can do and still catch it. So I'm going to set a record for you guys to try to beat. See? Oh, didn't catch it. Doesn't count. All right, try again. If you drop it, no big deal. That's why we're practicing. All right, got 4 claps there. So 5 claps. 6 claps. Oh, 7 claps. All right, so 7 claps is the record to beat. If you can't beat it, that's all right. You just practice the best you can. Some of you might be able to get, I don't know, a lot with this, especially if you're outside. All right, now, this might be kind of hard with the sock, so I'm going to try this yet, so you're kind of learning with me here. So we're going to try to use our foot. So we're going to start with it on your foot. So it's just resting on top of my, kind of right below my shoelaces. I'm going to try to kick it up to myself. You can do that with your right foot. You can do that with your left foot. Either one. Whatever's easier for you. Once you get the hang of that, then you're going to try to drop it and kick it up. So all my soccer players, this might be a easier skill for you. I'm not much of a soccer player, so I'm going to try my best here. Got lucky. All right, you can try your right foot, or you can try your left foot. Yeah, not as good as my left foot. Here. Try a couple more of these. Right foot, left foot. Ooh, there we go. And you can catch it with either hand or both hands, whatever's easier. All right, so we can try our foot there, and then the last one we're going to do before we play a game is we're going to work on if you have any tricks. So this is a chance, and I'm going to have this in the directions later for you to videotape yourself doing either your favorite one that we've done or any tricks that you can do. So some things in the past that we've done, I've seen people toss it from behind their back or between their legs, or you could throw it off the wall and catch it. You could, if you're inside, you could bounce it off your head. Be creative, and we'll see. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. All right. So after we've got done tossing and catching for a little bit, now here's how the game's going to work. The only other thing you're going to need for this game is a bowl. So I just got a mixing bowl from inside, and it's going to be kind of like, if you've ever heard of cornhole, it's kind of like that, but a little different. So first, before we play the game, we're going to practice the game, because you always got to practice. So we're going to have the bowl in the yard. Let me actually put the camera back facing me here so you can see me play. And I'm going to get 5 steps away from my bowl. So I'm just going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my goal is to just underhand toss the beanbag and try to get to land in the bowl, or even hit the bowl. But for now, we're working on trying to get it in the bowl. So I'm going to toss it. Oh, first try, I got lucky. If you make it, that's all right. Just keep practicing. With 5 steps back, if you want to put something to mark your spot, so I found a little pine cone. That way I don't have to keep stepping back each time. Oop, a little too much that time. So let's practice that for, I don't know, a few different throws until you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it, then we're going to do a step back, which we've done before in gym. So if you make it, take a step back. If you miss it, keep practicing from there. So let's see what happens here. So I'm back at 5 steps where my pine cone is. Toss it. Oop, I made it. So this time, I'm going to be 6 steps back. Take one more. So I'm here now. Oh, didn't make it. So I'm going to stay right here and keep practicing from 6 steps until I get the hang of it. Still got to practice. This is going to get harder as you back up. Oh, if you're outside, I'm getting a little wind blowing on me now. Oh, well, I'm going to need a lot more practice, it looks like. All right, once you've practiced enough and you feel good about it, you can either kind of play this game by yourself, but maybe if you have a family member that's home, like a brother, sister, or mom, dad, uncle, whoever's with you, we can kind of make a little game out of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to decide on a distance. I think like maybe 5 or 6 steps. If you all are kind of doing really good with it, you might want to get further away. And you're going to play a game. We'll call it bucket toss. So the goal of the game is to toss your beanbag and either get it to land in the bowl, that's worth 3 points. If it hits the bowl, it's worth 1 point. If it doesn't touch the bowl, 0 points. And your goal is try to be the first one to 20. All right, and you can go over. If you have like 19 and it goes in, there's no penalty for that. You win the round. And it's just a little fun way to practice your tossing and make a little game out of it. So I will be around, and I'll kind of post some directions on Seesaw so you can see it, so you don't have to rewatch the whole video again. But miss you guys, and I hope you're staying safe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.